Next up on ATVN Sports Extra.
Pat Hayes will be here for a long time, so I guess I'm safe for 48 more hours.
Last week's rivalry game didn't go too well, but the Trojans get another chance to top a hated opponent this weekend.
Trojans have a bye week before they say hello to the mighty Oregon Ducks next week. We've got a look at SC's hunt for an upset.
They say revenge is the sweetest sin, and the Trojans hope they can turn Tucson into the new Sin City this weekend.
And a special feature, could Max Whittick be SC's next quarterback? Meet the modern-day QB coaches say is better than Barkley.
Matt Barkley's biggest disappointment? No, it's not the 3 losses this year. What pop star has been snubbing the QB?
I'll take you out to dinner if you come to a USC game.
Welcome to Sports Extra. I'm your host, Trevor Thompson. Trojan football is coming off a dramatic 1-point victory over the Sun Devils, but things don't get easier this week as the team is heading to the desert to take on the other Arizona school.
Their front seven, we're not keying out anyone this game, but their front seven are aggressive in there and they get after it.
You definitely want to get back on the teams, that beat us last year.
We know they're good and they're tough at home.
Their offense isn't too complicated.
With Andrew Luck, when he scrambles, you got to make sure that you stay on your guy.
Sports Extra's Trevor Thompson caught up with Coach Kiffin in an exclusive interview.
Coach, I want to thank you for joining us here on Sports Extra. Would you say that this particular loss has been your most disappointing so far in your head coaching career?
Well, the Alabama one last year was pretty tough.
Joining us now in the studio to talk some Trojan football, Daily Trojan sports editor James Bianchi.
We now welcome in ESPN Los Angeles beat writer Mark Saxon. Mark, thank you very much for joining us.
KXSC sports director Jared Sandler, Daily Trojan assistant sports editor Kenny Legan. Joining us now in the studio to talk some more Trojan football is Neon Tommy sports editor Patrick Crawley. Patrick, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Sports Extra's Josephine Lee takes us to Orange County for an up-close look at modern day's Max Whittick.
Santa Ana's modern-day high school has become a feeder school for USC quarterbacks in recent years.
With Leinart winning the Heisman Trophy coming out of here, that's when everybody started saying, okay, modern day's the pipeline. And then Barkley follows in his footsteps, and now I have Max.
Mostly with the mental aspect of the game. I mean, he gets into our head, and, he gets us ready.
And while the Reggie Bush scandal and its flattening blow to the football team have garnered most of the headlines, another USC squad is looking to bounce back from its own sanctions in a big way. Sanctions were imposed in January in response to evidence that a friend of O.J. Mayo was bribed by former head coach Tim Floyd, allegedly to ensure that Mayo would attend USC.
I don't think it's fair that I punish us because most of us didn't have anything to do with him.
But no one in the basketball program believes that the Mayo incident was the only reason the Trojans finished with a less than stellar record.
I wouldn't blame it totally on the reason that we was losing because guys was just giving up and it was our fault totally on the players.
Sports Extra's Alex Wilkes sat down with Pat Hayden earlier this week.
We have to be successful, more successful in basketball and baseball in my estimation. I think Kevin O'Neill's got a good blueprint to get us very, very competitive in basketball.
We've only really got 9 scholarship players right now, and 4 of those guys are freshmen. We are what we are, but we're gonna get better in a hurry.
Perhaps the biggest difference from last season? No more self-imposed sanctions, keeping them out of the postseason.
It's more fun to play when you know that you can achieve something. Like last year, we really played for nothing. This year, we can play for something, like make it to the tournament.
It was a good first day. There was lots to be learned, and coach was really getting into people, but, we made some big steps there.
We got two titles we're chasing here, the regular season and the biggest crowd to watch a college soccer game.
We want to do that, especially for showing how many fans we can get out in order to maybe hopefully get our own stadium someday.
Just over 7,800 fans showed up the last time the Trojans and the Bruins faced off here at the Coliseum in 2008. That broke the largest attendance record for any USC-UCLA soccer match, including the semifinals in 2007 when USC beat UCLA en route to their first national championship.
USC wraps up their fall schedule this weekend with a 3-game inter-squad scrimmage here at Dedeaux Field. Alex Wilk, ATVN Sports Extra.
A season that began with so much promise ended early this week when Troy fell to its arch rival Notre Dame in the second round of the NCAA tournament.
I don't think it's really hit me yet, but I'm in regular clothes today. I'd be
in soccer clothes ordinarily.
The women of Troy are coming off their first loss of the season, a road game at Duke, but they're back home at the Galen Center on Sunday, where they'll be taking on Long Beach State.
When it comes down to it, winning's about all the little things, boxing out, rebounding, getting loose balls, taking charges, and we just have to do that to be successful.
The men's water polo team is fresh off back-to-back national championship seasons, and they are off to a hot start again this year as they pursue a third straight national title.
Winning the national championship is just an unbelievable feeling.
It's almost here. The USC men's volleyball team will host its first tournament this weekend.
We got a bunch of good coaches this year that leading us in the right direction.
We've been practicing hard every single day, competing every single day.
There's been a lot of changes in the USC's department this summer, and baseball is no different. Now that Chad Cruder's out, Frank Cruz is in.
Coach Schrader kind of ran a more pro-style program where, you can buy into the idea if you want to do your own work, you get as good as you can be.
What I would like to try to emphasize is my personality. My personality is just try to be a little bit more hands-on.
USC is starting their regular season February 18th, and come spring, the players say they'll be ready.
The number 2 men's water polo team beat the number 10 Pepperdine Waves here at McDonald Stadium in their final home game of the season.
This week's tournament starts on Monday and runs through Wednesday, and is USC's last event of the fall.
Well, it's time for a special commentary segment here on Sports Extra. Year after year, there are complaints that the Pac-10 is a soft football conference.
11 national championships and 6 Heisman winners have come and gone in USC's storied football history. But let me give you one more number, 11. That's how many postseason games USC's basketball team could play this year.
And do you remember how long the Bush investigation took? Over a year. Cam Newton's scandal rocked the football world for about a month.
The school's stomach is already rumbling over lacrosse teams that could be competitive quickly. And why not? Nearly every USC team has been ranked this year.
So Trojan fans, let's get it together. The men's and women's basketball teams are 2 of the best teams we'll have for quite a while, at least until football's bowl ban ends in 2012. And that's this week's special commentary.
Well, that's it for this edition of ATVN Sports Extra.
Check us out every Friday at noon all semester long
on the new ATVN.org.